Hi Steve, talking tonight
yeah.
after a 2-0 victory, 2-1 victory, sorry, over St Neots in the Southern League Cup. What do you think of that?
Hard really to tell. I mean, I've come off of it a little bit frustrated, but at the same time, you know, we've won the game. I wouldn't say that we've won the game as convincingly as what we should have done. You know, I mean, I think obviously goals change games. We know that very, very well, and you know, we had a hell of a lot of chances in the first half, and we didn't quite finish it. Fair play to St Neots. I mean, I know, you know, a lot of the lads, a lot of the staff, and they're a great bunch, and they're doing it the right way. Bringing young lads in from Cambridge United Academy and having that link, and they were determined to play. You know, whether they were getting caught or not, it gave us that slight advantage, and obviously, you know, you take anything that's going, and you know, we caught them on the ball and in possession quite a lot, but for me, we didn't really make the most of it until the very, very end. Yeah, I take the victory, but I just said to those lads, our lads, that, you know, sort of, I do believe that, you know, the quality that we've got and the quality that they can bring, okay, we should be nailing games like this, teams like this, a little bit more convincingly than what we did.
Yeah, again, there seemed to be an improvement in the second half over the first half, and still waiting for that kind of solid 90 minutes of...
We are, and you know, it's one of them, and I'm sure I'll get slaughtered for it, but I mean, like, you know, I think the absentees are just mounting up, and you know, it's one of them where you just know you don't, you know, you think about the lads that are on the pitch, and the lads that are, you know, on the pitch have done an amazing job. You know, I've got Ed that, you know, he wasn't quite right, but, you know, had a fitness test and was fine. He just got through it. You know, I've got an ill Ron Henry. You know, probably everything being equal, he probably wouldn't have started. But these lads are just going through, you know, I wouldn't say the pain barrier, but they're going through things to put themselves up for selection. Whilst obviously, you know, unfortunately, we're picking up, you know, I would say some quite serious injuries. You know, and two were added straight away today, with Issa basically getting injured in the warm up, and then Fred probably playing 2 or 3 minutes, but bless him, and had an injury and he had to come off himself. So yeah, you know, not you know, sort of cursing our luck. It's just it is one of those things. We're right with other teams that are, you know, sort of struggling in regards to, you know, sort of injuries and keeping things right. But it's yeah, I'd say it is a variable that we would, you know, look at, you know, with our, you know, sort of infrequent fall.
Yeah, and obviously going some way to sort of relieving that injury situation is 2 new arrivals. Obviously, Dimmy in goal made his debut tonight, and Carl Mensah signing from Welwyn Garden City. Yeah,
well, Dimmy's, you know, he's been around, you know, and come training with us. You know, I work with him on a daily basis. You know, he wanted to do the right thing with his previous club, Bedfont, and you know, sort of, you know, make sure that they were okay. You know, he's come up, and obviously that will, you know, make a selection headache for that position. You know, it makes us a better squad, so that's one thing. And then obviously, yeah, you know, obviously he was cup side tonight, Carl Mensah. Carl and I have been talking for, you know, sort of for a week now, once the 7-day went in and we had permission. Seems a great lad, really, you know, sort of sound guy. A lot of the lads know him. I've known an awful lot of lads that also know him, and, you know, don't speak highly enough of him. You know, so I think it's a good character to have, and I think he'll flourish within what we're doing.
And he's available for selection on Saturday?
He is available for selection, so as long as he don't get injured between now and Saturday, yeah. So you know, it does add you know, and I would probably go that I would say that James Brighton will be back up for selection. Not sure about Spiros, not sure about Matty Bateman, but you know it's looking a little bit healthier going into, you know, sort of yet again another heavy period.
Yeah, and just touching on Saturday's defeat over at Banbury. Game was over probably pretty much before it got started, really, in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was, you know, an unusual, you know, sort of situation where, you know, we've had an official that, you know, sort of, you know, quite admitted very, very quickly after the game that he thought it was a little bit soft, or he gave the decision, and probably the only one in the old pitch that or stadium that really thought it. But yeah, we had a sending off as well. You know, it really put us on the back foot. And in fairness to Banbury, they're a very good outfit. We know that from when they come down here, but we really didn't sort of like test them as such. The weather was horrendous. We went in at 1-0 down, but we had 10 players, and obviously they had their full quota. But really, we didn't test them enough, and that was a shame. But they're undefeated. And obviously, you know, sort of another loss on our part, which is you know, something we need to rectify in the league very, very quickly.
Yeah, and Bromsgrove on Saturday, perfect opportunity to do so.
Yeah, it is, and as you say, you know, it's sort of a little bit fresher. You know, sort of you know, we've got 4 or 5 lads now, you know, that are just sort of you know, sort of making that squad. You know, tougher to stay in, and it's going to be, you know, sort of it's nice to, you know, sort of to have a little bit of a selection headache, really.
Nice one. Cheers, Steve.
Take care. Cheers.